Good morning and welcome to the second vlog of the 2021 season here on Theme Park Worldwide. Well, if you haven't guessed already, we're here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach and we can't wait to get back inside. We're looking forward to it, aren't we, Charlotte?
Super excited.
Getting back on some of our favourite rides here in the UK, including Icon. Looking forward to getting back on there. There's actually been some changes to the restraints on Icon for this year, so we'll be checking that out, along with all of the other changes around the park. What else are you looking forward to, Charlotte?
Just getting back on the rides, getting back on some woodies.
Yes, get back on some classic woodies. Of course, we've got the big one. It's a nice day here in Blackpool. It's a bit chilly.
Today.
But no wind at all, so I think we're going to be good for getting on the big one. It's also a very special year for Blackpool Pleasure Beach as they are celebrating their 125th season. 125 years of Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
Crazy.
So much history here. And talking of history, something that I used to love as a child is now back on the entrance to Pleasure Beach. I can see him just over in the corner here, and we're going to cross the road and go and take a look. So come and join us and welcome to today's vlog here from Blackpool Pleasure Beach in the sunshine. Here we go, look who's back for the 2021 season. It's the one, the only, the Blackpool Pleasure Beach icon himself, Mr. Funshine, up here on the entrance archway. He's not been there for many years, and I've said now for quite a few years that it's not looked great having nothing in the middle of the archway here at the entrance, and also you'll see around the corner as well. Obviously the sun's right behind at the moment, so you can't see it great from this angle. In fact, we'll try and move a bit more to the side so we can see it a bit better there. But honestly, it's great to see Funshine up there on the entrance, a big part of my childhood and coming here to the park, and I'm sure many other people too. And of course they've repainted all the archways here down at the entrance and they're looking absolutely awesome. So we're going to head round the corner. Park hours today 11 through until 5, so we've only got 6 hours of riding, but it doesn't look too busy at all this morning down here on Blackpool Promenade. Let's go and get in the park. Oh, and here's another look there at Funshine round on the other archway. This is above the car park entrance, all been painted up too. I wonder how it looks at night as well, because obviously we know that the Pleasure Beach sign itself lights up at night. I wonder if Funshine does. Looking forward to seeing that, of course, on the late night riding events this year here at the park. So we're inside the park, and I tell you what, there's nothing nicer than walking into Blackpool Pleasure Beach on a really sunny day like today, seeing the fountains, of course the big one up there, all the classic rides. It's wonderful to be back.
I love Pleasure Beach.
So what have we got to do this year then in terms of getting on the ride, Charlotte?
So, you used to be able to have a wristband, but now you've got to scan like QR codes at the entrances to ride.
Yeah, and obviously last year you didn't need to do anything, did you, at all last year?
Now you need to be prepared for that.
Yeah, so of course we're going to see how that goes today. We're going to make our way up to our first ride of the day. Of course, what we're going to start on?
It's got to be Icon.
It's got to be Icon. And as we mentioned, they've actually changed the restraints on Icon for this year. It's now actually got a seatbelt on there as well. We're not too sure exactly why they've changed it. However, we're going to head up there and check it out and see how it's going to affect the ride experience, and also as well if there's going to be any differences with the throughputs, because that's what I'm more concerned about. Not too much the actual experience of the ride, but the throughputs on there could be very different. So we'll go and see what it's like, but of course I'm looking forward to getting back on it in the glorious sunshine. What a great day to be here at Pleasure Beach. Wonderful to be back. Oh, it's wonderful to see that sign again. Good morning and hello Icon. Wonderful to be back walking down this queue line again. The fantastic audio is pumping out and we're making our way down to ride. It's just gone 11 o'clock. They let us into the park about 20 minutes early this morning. Rides are already open and ready. Charlotte's doing a little Icon dance feel. I love it. She's going for it. And of course we're going to put in lots of off-ride footage from Icon and lots of the other rides, and we'll take you on board some of the rides that we can. Some of the dark rides, they're actually open here today because they've got outdoor stations.
This is really good.
Yeah, we wasn't expecting that, were we, originally? And of course we'll go on the Pleasure Beach Express. We can take you on there. Charlotte's even got her Icon bag on today, especially for the occasion. I've got my Funshine mask on and we're ready to ride. So we'll see you when we come off our first ride of 2021 on Icon. off our first ride of the season on Icon, 2 trains in operation, and we waited about 15 minutes there, so not too bad. So of course we've got a couple of things to talk about. Firstly, let's talk about the addition of seatbelts onto Icon. Now, I was a bit concerned about this. I think we both were, weren't we? In my opinion, nothing to worry about with the seatbelts. It hasn't took away from the ride experience at all. Of course, with the seatbelt, it doesn't kind of go across your waist. It actually clips into the front of the restraint. I didn't find it too bad. We was actually on the front row. We got lucky to have a front row ride. Of course, there's no waiting for the front and stuff still this season because of social distancing. We were lucky to get it, but I don't think it affected the ride experience for me. How about you?
My restraint was really tight. I could tell a difference when going through parts of the track. Yeah. But it is what it is.
It possibly could have been. We only had the one ride. Maybe
it was pushed down
too tight, because that can happen sometimes. So it's one of them with that you're going to see on various different rides.
Definitely.
For me, it didn't feel like it took away from the experience, but I absolutely love getting back on.
Oh, my favourite.
You're still your favourite, even with the seatbelts.
It.
Yeah, you've got to think it's not took away from that. No. Something that I do think it is going to take away from though is the throughput, and that's a couple of reasons. Because of course the seatbelts take longer to actually fasten in. Not too bad.
I didn't know where to put it.
I don't think we're going to see Icon run on 3 trains again in the future. You'd be seeing 2 trains stacked up all the time pretty much, and one going around the track. So I think that'll be the end of seeing 3 trains, which is a shame. But yeah, along with that as well, I just want to talk about what we mentioned when we was walking up, and that's the fact that of course this year you've now got to scan a phone QR code to actually enter through the turnstiles. They actually have brand new turnstiles at the entrance to Icon. I take it that's the same on all the rides, and I think it brings up a photo of you for the staff member to see.
Yeah, so we can see that you're using the right wristband.
Yeah, with that, it's certainly taken a lot longer, and the problem in Icon Station was, everyone was having to get the phones out, and then of course no one was waiting in the air gates whilst the train was there, so it was maybe 2.5 minutes per train.
You need to be prepared if you are coming to Pleasure Beach. Do not enter a queue if you've not got a QR code.
Yeah, make sure you've got your QR code, and also maybe have it screenshot from the email so you can just pull it up nice and quick. It'll help the staff out and it'll help you out get on more rides. But I think we're going to see throughout the day and throughout the next couple of visits how that's going to be.
Yeah.
So far, not a big fan of that, what they've done, but we'll see what happens. Of course, if you do really want to, or your phone battery dies, you can go to guest services. You can go to guest services and get a normal wristband, which you can have and scan, like it used to be basically prior to coronavirus. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. I'm not a big fan of it at the moment with that, but we'll see, how it goes in the future. Anyway, we're going to do some more rides. The big one's closed at the moment. Not too sure why, but they said it might be open later. Fingers crossed. There's no wind. It's quite a nice day, isn't it?
Very nice.
May as well have a ride on Skyforce though whilst we're here. Go and have a flip around on there. Gerstlauer Skyfly. Just had a ride there on Skyforce. How many flips did you get?
A few flips.
You did alright. How many did I get? None. Absolutely rubbish, but I tell you what's not rubbish. Look at this, the full Icon train model. This one's not for sale yet, but hopefully it will be at some point in the near future. Bear in mind you've got the mugs just underneath there. It gives you an idea on the size of it. I'll tell you what you can purchase though. Come around this corner. Oh, I love that. The full train on there. Not including the seat belts. You don't get the seat belts. Look at that. So these are priced at £100 exactly. And look at those. A bit bigger than we thought.
They are a lot bigger than I thought they was going to be. They are gorgeous though.
They are really nice. At some point I might have to get one of these, because imagine it in like a glass cabinet, maybe on like a spinning, rotating platform.
The full train though, isn't it?
I don't know. I like the full train, but I really like just the front cars, just nice enough. But £100, they're quite pricey, but they're nice. Tell you what though, the Icon music's pumping out here in the shop. It was nice and loud in the station too. We've had it before where they've turned it down a bit, but music's pumping out, which is good to see. So we're going to go down the other end of the park, get a bit of food, and then go and do some more rides. the side of the park then now, of course, Ice Blast there. That's actually had some work done to it. Just last week there was actually a crane up at the top there, and they actually replaced the whole top section up the top there, of course, with Pleasure Beach on and also the Union Jack as well. But yeah, good to see that they've replaced that. Looks nice and fresh. And I'm also really liking the 125th anniversary flags that they are around the park. No wind, obviously, as you can see here, but you can just make out Funshine on there, yellow in the middle. And there's some more flags around the corner, just outside Alice, that look really good. Whilst we're down here, though, and we just had a little look at some of the merchandising icon shop, let's have a look in Kiss Me Quick and see what's in there. So as you can see here, the windows have all been done for this year with this fantastic art on them. Of course, 125 years of the park. You got Revolution down there, Steeplechase, Noah's Ark, flying machines, and these expand all the way around the windows, which is great to see. So let's head up this way, take a look in the shop. I am absolutely loving the branding for 125 years of Pleasure Beach. As you can see here, you've got these fantastic items that have got all the park on there with the logo. Really like them. You've got the teddies there, lanyards, all sorts of stuff for 125 years of the park, which is great to see. They've also started to sell the Coaster Dynamic sets over here as well, for the big one and also Icon. As you can see there, they're priced at $29.95. And here's a little look at them set up. So we'll start off with a look at the big one just here. I really like these. They're quite big over in America. I mean, Cedar Point and a lot of the Cedar Fair parks sell these, so they're quite big in the States. So it's good to see them have the option here. And then, of course, you've got the Icon one set up there as well. I prefer the full train model in Icon shop. But
something very special that I think Sean would like.
Oh.
We've now got an Infusion ride model.
Oh, here we go. Let's have a look at this. What we got?
We've got the SLC.
Oh, wow. To be honest, though, it is quite nice. I'm not a big fan of the ride. £100, so the same price as the Icon one that we saw down there.
I've seen that one before.
Yeah, take home a part of Infusion. There you go. It is nice actually. Like, if you want your own part of an SLC, why not? Of course, you have that on display. A really nice model of it. But no, it looks great. Let's carry on and have a look around the rest of the shop. I think the ride parts are down this way somewhere now.
Yeah.
Here we go. What we got ride parts wise? Of course, you can always buy parts of these over on the official website for the park as well. Yeah, some of the usual stuff down here. You've got part of the big one's track just there, of course, that you can get. That's actually on a plank of wood as well. All sorts of wheels and different items, parts of the Wild Mouse down there. Yeah, loads of stuff. But yeah, they've changed the shop round a little bit this year, of course, to accommodate for the new 125 years merchandise. Of course, you've got all your different teddies down here as well. Oh, Funshine cushions, love those. Really nice. So if there's anything else around the corner, sweets and more. Here's a look then at all the different pin badges and lanyards down here. Got quite a big selection. Of course, you got Funshine down there as well, which is great to see. Lots of different ride ones, retro ones. You've got the 125 years branding up here as well. Loads of good merch, actually. Great year for merchandise. It's just so nice to see the return of Mr. Funshine. Brilliant. Derby Racer, didn't we? And what do you like to do on there?
So I like to pick the horse with the cheesiest grin.
The cheesiest grin going, don't you?
I got the best one.
The organ makes it on there though for me. Like, it's great. Going round to the classics, we love it. And no queue, walk straight on. Alice in Wonderland's busy though, isn't it? So we're going to give that a miss for now. But the dark rides are open. And I think that is because they've got, well, either outdoor stations like this or
outdoor parks.
Yeah, big open stations like Ghost Train, for example, you know, and River Caves. But yeah, it's always nice to come down here. Of course, have a photo down here as well. April the 13th, 2021, our first visit of the year to Pleasure Beach. I thought I'd show you these other bunting what they've got here. These are the flags that are hanging up, of course, with Funshine on. So these ones, you don't need the wind to be able to appreciate them, but there you go. Of course, you've got the logo at the top there, 125 years, and then Funshine down there underneath. Now, they've also done something else for the anniversary this year, up on the ramp that leads up down towards Nickelodeon land. So we'll take a look at that now. So new for 2021 is the Blackpool Pleasure Beach Wall of Names. So you can actually pay to have your name put on the wall just over here. And of course, you got this one and also the one off to the side just there. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think they're really nice. They're nicer having them on the wall because they'll be preserved better.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get one of these because of the condition of ours at Alton Towers.
Yeah, like ours is horrible.
It's on the floor, it's gone like all funny, hasn't it now? It's not great.
Whereas these are preserved really nice.
Yeah, up there on the wall, and they look great. So yeah, of course you've got the two just here, and I suppose if they have more in the future, they can kind of expand all the way down the wall there. But just thought I'd show you these ones here, of course, from the Thompson family. Amanda Thompson OBE, of course, owner of the park, and then the whole family up there, and also, of course, the founders of Blackpool Pleasure Beach, right up there at the top and making their way down, of course, over the years, which is great. Some of the notable names on here: Andreas from over at Liseberg over in Sweden. Lots of other notable names on here, of course, of people out there in the industry. But yeah, it's nice to see, and like Charlotte said, I think it's in a better position here on the wall, you know, where it means people can see them. And of course, yeah, they're still going to get wet and stuff, but people aren't walking on them and trampling over them like the issue what they've got down at Alton Towers with it. But no, it's really nice how they've got it, and I love how Amanda's put like the founder of the park and her family over the years, which is certainly great to see. Right then, so we're going to have a ride now on Wallace and Gromit Thrill-O-Matic, a riveting ride here at the park. So yeah, we'll take you all on for the ride on this one, and yeah, these are going to be the only dark rides we're going on for a while.
This is one of my favourites.
Until at least the middle of next month anyway, when of course other dark rides at the parks will be opening. But that's the good thing with Pleasure Beach, really, with them designing it like this, that they've got open stations, means that, you know, like, it's like they knew this was going to happen, isn't it? But yeah, we'll take you on board on this one. Let's go and ride Wallace and Gromit Thrill-O-Matic. Not too busy though down here at all today.
No crackers from me. We forgot to look crackers. My machine, I've got tasty candy. Oh, that's quite enough. You'll be hearing from us.
Here we go, he's been in quarantine. Where is he? Whee! Back out of lockdown. That's how we all feel getting back to the theme parks. Wallace and Gromit Thrill-O-Matic. So you've just seen a bit of on-ride footage there from Wallace and Gromit. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's just a bit of a long wait.
Yeah, we had to wait a while, didn't we? It's certainly taking longer having to scan phones and these QR codes, but fingers crossed it will get better.
Hopefully.
I really hope so. But we're going on the Pleasure Beach Express now. Here it is, a nice tour round Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Of course, another ride we can take you on. Oh, I love it. Got the Mary Louise on today. Not very busy down here, hardly any riders, just a few down at the back. Let's go and get on the train for a nice tour around the park. Do like the railway. If you've watched the channel for a while, you'll know that I absolutely love transportation rides, trains, monorails, whatever it is that takes you around the park. And it's always great to come on here and just capture the atmosphere throughout Blackpool Pleasure Beach. What's this, our fifth ride of the day?
Yes.
Fifth ride of the day, isn't it? But yeah, it's certainly a lot slower getting on some of the rides with the scanning of the app and stuff, isn't it? Well, I'll say the app, the QR codes that you've got to scan. But you know, hopefully it is something what is going to get better. But it's still nice to be back here, of course, and enjoying the park. And it's pretty quiet today. I do worry a little bit how that's going to be on a busier day, though, don't you?
With having to scan tickets and stuff all the time.
It seems like a lot of people, they just haven't got them up ready on the phone.
Or it's a case of they've not got phone battery or they've not got signal.
Yeah, we've seen a few people actually have to leave a queue line, haven't we? And they've waited for their ride and they've not actually had it ready on the phone. So yeah, it's certainly something that needs a bit of work. Anyway, talking of work, it's still closed I think at the moment, but the big one has had some more of the retracking done for this year, including this section just here. As you can see, brand new track that of course has been fabricated. This looks brilliant, look at that. Great to see they're constantly working on the ride and replacing parts of the track. Shame that it's closed though. I don't know if we're going to get on it now today. I mean, we've only got a few hours left. It's only a shorter day here. I mean, what time are we on?
1:20. 1.
20 past 1, and this is what, ride number 5 for us, opened at 11, so yeah, not too bad I guess, but yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting on the big one. Definitely not due to wind though, because yeah, there's no wind at all. It's a pretty nice day here in Blackpool, but luckily we are season pass holders. We'll be coming back again this year on a regular basis, and yeah, I'm sure we'll get on the big one again in the next couple of weeks if not. Would have been great to get on it today, and there is still time, but at the moment it's not looking likely. They have took the trains out though, so maybe we might see testing this afternoon and open for a little bit. I'm sure we'll soon find out. Oh, icon everybody. It's always great coming out of the tunnel there and seeing Icon running around the track just here. Wonderful to get back on Icon today. Infusion just over there, of course the Big Dipper, probably have a ride on there next, not been on a wooden coaster yet. Grand National's also actually been closed so far today, but it has been testing, so hopefully we'll get on there. Not the best of operations really today, but it is only the second day of the season. Like I say, plenty of time to come back down here and enjoy the park. Queue there for Icon, going back up to the gates nearly, is it? Just the steps at the bottom of the gates? Of course the Junior Immelman just here. Brilliant element on the ride. That's what makes this park though, isn't it? All the rides just next to each other and interacting with each other, and that's why I love Icon, to be honest. The interactions make it. If it was just on an open area, then it just wouldn't be the same if it didn't interact with the other rides. Something that I'm not rushing to get on though this season, Infusion. What are your thoughts, Charlotte? Feeling sick, Infusion. Oh, I know. To be honest though, look, it's got no queue.
I wonder why.
Yeah, if it's got no queue, I don't know, might have a ride on it.
Oh.
You know what I say, Charlotte? You got one ride for the season. Yeah. Absolutely love being at the back of the Pleasure Beach Express as well here. Of course, if you're first in the queue at the moment, you get to go right down at the back of the train, which is always quite cool, isn't it? Get some great views, Infusion there coming into the brake run. And of course there on the right hand side, great views as well of the Big Dipper. Say hello to the golden camel just over there. Hello, camel! All the different figures that they've got down here. Oh, we're slowing down a bit. Coming to a halt, or is he slowing down so we can see the theme in a bit more? I'm not too sure. I don't remember him having sunglasses on before, do you? I think someone's been over there and put them on. It always looks great, this section. It needs a bit of TLC though down here, doesn't it? We've been saying it for a few years, but every year they're doing a bit more, aren't they?
Yeah.
A bit more TLC around the park, which is good. But yeah, some of these could do with cleaning up a bit more and painting. The golden camels. Have you ever been on a camel?
No.
Oh, I've been on a camel over in Dubai. Let's get you out there. So coming out of the other tunnel here, we should get a great view of that other new track that's got into place. Look at that. It's like 1994 all over again. Not like I remember it. I was born in 1993. I was only 1 year old. And Charlotte wasn't even born. But, you know, at least we can see that new track that's got into place. Don't think we're going to be riding it today, but you never know. But yeah, apparently from what people said yesterday, it was a lot smoother on that section going into the tunnel, which is great to hear. 23 and nearly 100 years old and still going strong is of course the classic Big Dipper here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So yeah, we just started queuing about 5 minutes ago. Just got to go down the ramp there. So I reckon maybe 15-20 minutes. I'd say that's pretty standard really for a nice classic wooden coaster. Are you ready to ride, Charlotte?
Yeah.
Nearly 100 years old now.
I know.
And it's still going strong here at the Pleasure Beach. Yeah, let's go and have a ride and we'll see you when we come off. Operations there actually on Big Dipper. We only waited about 15 minutes and the queue was pretty big, so it was good. I really enjoyed that actually.
Yeah, it was okay. It was a little bit bumpy in my opinion.
Well, you've got to think it is nearly 100 years old. It is a classic here at Pleasure Beach, but no, I really enjoyed it. Great to get on there, and our first wooden coaster of 2021. Talking of wooden coasters, we're going to tomorrow be back at Alton Towers, back on Wicker Man. Looking forward to it, are you? So stay tuned, that'll be the next vlog coming up here on Theme Park Worldwide. Anyway, we've got a bit of a saying on this channel that there's a certain ride here that we normally do once a season normally, and it's this beauty just behind us. I tell you what, it looks beautiful. I mean, you look at it, it looks great, doesn't it, Charlotte?
Oh, it does.
The Coma SLC opened here in 2007. It actually used to be located at Southport Pleasureland, not too far away. It closed there and then they relocated it to here, but you know what? We're going to give it a go. The queue's pretty low over there. It's running 2 trains. It looks like operations are pretty good on here. They're getting them trains out pretty quick. So, are you ready?
No.
Brace yourself, we're going to go and ride the SLC and we'll see you when we come off. Charlotte, pass me some paracetamol. Honestly, I need them after that. One ride of the season. That was bad, Infusion. That was bad. Honestly, we don't over-exaggerate, I don't think. Like, that thing's awful.
Disgusting!
It's back for 2021. Charlotte's quality reviews there. Disgusting. It looks beautiful though. It looks the part, but honestly, how that rides is absolutely terrible in my opinion. Just don't do it. Like, don't do it. Tell you what though, they've got these fountains in action here. Spin you around. There you go. They've got these back in action. Last year, these were quite a few issues, these fountains, but they're back on now. Charlotte's doing a bit of dancing down here on the Infusion exit. Anyway, we've just seen from at the top of the lift hill that the Grand National's open now. That was closed earlier on. It was testing though. So we're going to go. So we're going to go down and have a little ride over on the Grand National. You're right there, Charlotte.
Disgusting.
1 minute you're dancing, 1 minute she's been sick. Honestly, I need some paracetamol after that. Whew. Right, let's head down to the National. What a beautiful afternoon down here in Blackpool. It's pretty warm now, it's lovely. So we've made our way down this way to FY4. Of course, you've got the fountains down here. Still got the fountain shows going on, of course, every so often. Gonna head down here now to the Grand National. Quite a big queue out the front, but you know what? It's worth getting on there. Let's go and have a little look. Looks like the queue setup actually is like last year. It runs around the side, so we're actually walking in the wrong direction unless we can get through. Oh no, we can. Yeah, because obviously when it gets busy, they send you all the way around the edge there. But yeah, we're all right. We can just get through the gap here. Absolute beauty, and you know what? That was running really well.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, still a bit jolty.
But it was good to get back.
You got a seagull coming in behind you. Look at him. He's bit the seagull.
What a lovely seagull. Nice wings. Nice. quite colouring, lovely yellow thing.
Yeah, gorgeous. But no, we really enjoyed that. Oh, he's coming in. You're coming in the vlog. Are you enjoying your day at Pleasure Beach? Oh, he doesn't want him in the vlog.
Can't get on the big one.
No, he's not very happy. I don't think we're getting on the big one, but
No.
that was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, really
Where we sat on that?
On the front.
Front row, it was great, wasn't it? I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a bit rough, a bit jolty, but you know what? It's a classic, and I wouldn't have it any other way, you know. When I think coming back on it today after being months of not being able to ride it, it is a classic. Like, it's so good. Oh, he's coming back in. But anyway, talking of a classic, it was shut last year, and it's shut again this year, isn't it? Valhalla. Charlotte's quite happy about it, but I'm not. So let's go around the corner and give you all a bit of an update on what's happening with Valhalla. May the gods of the Norse be with you. So yes, all the fencing's up around the side here. I mentioned it earlier about Ice Blast, how they've actually replaced the top. Standing here, you can actually see the old top of Ice Blast and just how huge it is. You can just see it there. But you get quite a good view actually up there on the platform for the flying machines, but it's got quite a queue. So anyway, let's give you a bit of an update over here on Valhalla. So as we can see, a bit of steelwork's going up over here on the right hand side, and it does look fantastic. Obviously what we're seeing here is this is going to cover over more, so when the waterfall's on, it's not going to cause any damage to the back of the station, and it won't get you wet there before you get out into the main part of the ride. So I bet you're quite happy about that.
Yeah, but the rest of the ride you get soaked.
And you might get even more soaked. Or you might get less soaked. We don't know.
Who knows?
One thing I'm hoping though is they're not going to take away too many flames.
Yeah.
You know, we know this ride does have quite high running costs, but people do ask us, you know, message in and comment on the videos or what's happening. We don't know. Of course, Valhalla has been here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach since year 2000. You know, it's an older water ride, but you know what? It's spectacular with all the effects, and it will be returning in 2022. It was supposed to come back this year. It hasn't done, but you know what? It's got to be worth it. The fact it's been shut for, well, it'll be 2 years.
Yeah,
it's got to be worth it. If we go on there and not a lot's really changed.
Big substantial changes.
Oh, the big words coming out from Charlotte. But I think we're going to go around maybe the Ghost Train. Have a look at the queue down there. I wouldn't mind a ride on the Ghost Train. So head round there and have a look. But bit of a Valhalla update. Not loads to see, but still some scaffolding up at the back. And of course, the main change is seeing that structure going into place there. Here we go then, down to the Ghost Train. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe what, 20-minute wait I'd say for that? We've got 10 cars in service. So yeah, it's going to have a nice ride on the Ghost Train. Another attraction that we can take you along on for this one. In here, they've actually painted up the cars on here as well, which is looking good. Screen's not working over there though. Yeah, hopefully they get outside. Oh, and them doors are now perfectly open. Down we go into the basement. Back on the London Underground. Not been to London for ages, can't wait to get back down there. No sound effects though. Quite a few bits not working on here unfortunately. Keep spinning round guys, you might see Cloggy one day. Absolutely love the ghost train here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Sun's out, lovely, isn't it?
Really nice.
You enjoy your ride on there?
Yes, I really did.
Did you spot Cloggy?
Didn't see Con.
Oh, but yeah, there's a few bits in there not working.
Yeah, there was a few bits that wasn't working.
But the trains have been painted up and they look quite nice, don't they? But we've got some nice flags down here for the 125 years on the ramp down into Nickelodeon lands. Yeah, do you want to go on Rugrats?
No.
I think in one of these vlogs this year, we need to get you on Rugrats.
I don't think so.
And I'll stand over there in Nickland and I'll film you on it. How about that, viewers? Get your comments coming in. We're building Charlotte up for the water rides.
no.
It's still a little bit chilly yet. I won't put you on them yet. You know, it's only about 10 degrees
really
C.
nice.
But you know what? I think we'll get you on Rugrats at some point in the next couple of trips down here. How about that? Yeah. But yeah, it's a lovely area down here, especially when the sun comes out. And yeah, it's nice how they've changed the flags. No wind at all though, so you can't really see them properly. But you know what? It's nice that they've done it with the 125 logo. Was going to ride on Nickelodeon Street down there, but it's got a massive queue, hasn't it?
Yeah, the queue's huge.
Yeah, so I think we'll give that one a miss today because we've not really got loads of time. It's only 6 hours of riding, but you know what? We've managed to do quite a bit.
An hour and 45 minutes.
An hour and 45, not too bad. I think I'm going to go and have a ride on Revolution. Charlotte's not a big fan. Are you not coming on?
I hate it.
Oh, you really don't like it. It's too intense for you, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to have a ride over on Revolution, of course, a nice classic aerodynamics coaster. And yeah, probably going to have another ride on Icon then. Doesn't look like we're going to get the big one today, unfortunately. Down here then, of course, at Icon in the glorious sunshine. Lovely afternoon now here at Pleasure Beach. We was going to have that ride on Revolution, but it's closed at the moment due to some technical issues. But you know what, it doesn't matter. Come down here, have a nice ride, of course, on Icon in the sunshine. Seems to be getting them trains out a little bit quicker than earlier as well, which of course is good to see. Still not too sure if we're going to see this run 3 trains or not. I mean, if we do, still going to be quite a bit of stacking going on, but I'm sure we'll see what happens later in the season with that one. But here we go, let's go and have another ride on Icon. Just come off Icon then, waited about 20 minutes there from the entrance to getting on, which to be honest isn't loads different than what it was before. They were getting the trains out pretty quick there.
It was, yeah.
I don't think the seatbelt affects the rider experience at all. And of course, Charlotte said earlier on that you felt that maybe it did.
Yeah, but obviously that ride, it was absolutely fine.
Yeah, so obviously first time we went on earlier, it just was pushed down a bit more. And of course that depends on who's hosting the ride, doesn't it? You know.
It was fine.
But yeah, that's really good. Yeah, nice to get on it again in the sunshine. Honestly, that ride is incredible. I think we were both a bit worried when we heard of the seatbelts. Even though I'd done a ride with those seatbelts before. I mean, Copperhead Strike over at Carowinds in the USA, that had those from when it opened, and I really enjoyed that. So of course, I didn't need to be too worried. Icon is still an absolute beauty, my favourite coaster in the UK.
Yeah.
And I think it is for you too, isn't it? Definitely. What a ride. Anyway, we've just got over an hour to go. I have just seen Revolution going round, so I might be able to get a ride on it. But I think we're going to have a ride on Steeplechase whilst we're down here. We've not done too bad for getting on rides today. A bit of a slow start initially, but you know what? We've soon got round this afternoon and got some more rides in. But yeah, we're going to have a ride on Steeplechase, put a bit of off-ride footage in here from the Pleasure Beach. Good to see they've done some nice refurbishment works around the Pleasure Beach over the closed season, and of course, should I say, the extended closed season into the lockdown. But yeah, Steeplechase, they've completely redone all this up here, and it's looking great, especially now in the sunshine. Of course, you've got all the lights up on there as well. Can't wait for some nighttime riding, can you, Charlotte?
No, I can't wait.
Late night riding's back, and of course, there's going to be all sorts of late night events this year. Every Saturday night during the summer holidays, Friday nights in September, loads of night riding this year at Pleasure Beach. But here we go, we're going to have a ride on Steeplechase. Always great to have a ride on Steeplechase. Only wait about 10 minutes there as well. All 3 tracks open on there. We're making our way over to Avalanche now. Quite a queue for Revolution, so I thought we'll come down here and have a ride on Avalanche, because the queue for this actually isn't that bad at all. So yeah, one of our last rides of the day. Still got time for one more ride on Icon, I reckon, before ride close at 5 o'clock. But we've not done too bad today at all. With Avalanche, I really like this coaster, but we don't get to ride it that much because the queue is normally really big. At the moment, just down the bottom of the steps here, so about 15 minutes or so up into the station. It's out all in the cattle pen out there. It's quite a wait, but yeah, not too bad from where it is here. So we'll head up the steps for a nice sunny ride on Avalanche. Why not? Did you have a nice ride there on Avalanche?
That was vicious.
Oh, it was good. I really liked it. It was on the back row. Got a bit of airtime on there.
did.
But you know what? You think that was vicious? What? You're on the waltzer. This is awesome. So there used to be a restaurant called Coasters out there on Ocean Boulevard on the seafront. Of course, they've now got coasters inside the park. But with all of these, they used to be inside the old Coasters bar.
Getting geared up for roller disco.
Yeah, roller disco coming at Alton Towers tomorrow. Of course, check out the vlog. Check out yesterday's St Paul's Park if you've not already seen it. But this is great. I'm loving this. Are you?
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, like I'm just loving the fact they've put these old ride cars in. In my opinion, instead of selling like the old ones online, they should be in the park like this.
Yeah, definitely.
Or in a museum in the park. But yeah, we've got a nice little waltzer car down here. Honestly, it looks great. I'm loving it. You've got the tables in place as well. And of course, you've got all these round the side here as well from other rides. But yeah, it looks great. Really impressed how they've put all these here in the undercover seating area. We've got about half an hour left to go, so I think we're going to go and have a ride on Icon to end our evening. So we'll put in a little bit more footage. But you know what? It's been a good day down here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Really enjoyed getting back, getting on Icon, seeing the changes in the park. Just been a good overall day, hasn't it?
It's been lovely.
Yeah, but yeah, the seating's great. Really like it down here. We've waited about 15 minutes so far, another 5 from here, and it's time for our last ride of the day on Icon. Dare to ride, are you ready?
Yes!
Let's get have our third and final ride of the day on Icon, and we'll see you when we come off. Sun's still shining, it's going to be a beauty. Oh, a nice final ride of the day there on Icon to wrap up our first visit of 2021 here to the park. You had a nice day, Charlotte?
Yeah, I've had a lovely day. Sun's been shining, getting back on some coasters. Lovely.
It's been great. What have been some of your highlights of today then? What have you enjoyed the most?
Getting back on Icon and seeing loads of seagulls.
Yeah, it's been good to get back on Icon. And, you know, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, it's been really good to get back on Icon. You know what? Very impressed actually with the operation in the end there. Considering they've got the seatbelts on there, they were getting the trains out pretty quick at the end. There wasn't even stacking at all then at the end, which is good. So it'll be interesting to see. We've heard a few whispers that they're going to try and run it on 3 trains still. So it'll be interesting to see just how that goes. Along with that, some of the other changes around the park. It's been nice to see a lot of areas being refreshed, which is always good to see. Of course, like the bit of retrack work that had been done on Big Dipper, we didn't really talk much about that, but yeah, some of it had been retracked on there, which is good. Grand National was running really well.
Yeah, it was
done a
good.
couple of dark rides, which is nice. We didn't know initially if they were going to be allowed to open.
It's nice
but
to get on the
they
dark
are.
rides.
Yeah, it was, because we don't know at other parks yet. Well, as far as we know, unless they've got an open station, they're going to be closed. And of course, getting here for the 125th year of the park. They've actually got a brand new soundtrack. You might just just hear it a little bit in the background, but they've got a new soundtrack which is brilliant that I'm looking forward to downloading when that's available. And yeah, of course, we've got Hot Ice coming up later this year.
I can't wait for Hot Ice. I've missed it so much.
That's like one of our big highlights of the year at Pleasure Beach. We absolutely love Hot Ice. I find it really underrated. Like, you know, people don't talk about it enough.
People need to come and see that show.
Such a fantastic show. So we look forward to coming back for Hot Ice. That starts in July and that'll be running throughout the summer. But of course, we'll be back before then as well, won't we? And to come and check it out. But yeah, in terms of the whole sort of e-ticket situation, we've got more used to it throughout the day.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I still think it's going to take some getting used to, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just getting used to it,
Of course, if you really want to, you can come to guest services, get a wristband. We'll probably do that next time.
We managed to work it out in the end, where we managed to link our QR codes together so that when we scanned one barcode, both of us could go through.
Yeah, definitely. But on some of the rides, not all of them, but some of them, depending on where, of course, the turnstile is, it can slow down the operations.
Yeah,
like Wallace and Gromit, because the turnstile was right at the entrance, it slowed it down.
Definitely.
Whereas other rides, like Big Dipper, didn't really make any difference because on there. So it's one of them that's going to take some getting used to. I think there needs to be some work done to the system. But of course, it's clear that it's not just going to go away because Pleasure Beach have invested quite a bit of money on new turnstiles and there's like an iPad, isn't it, really, on each turnstile. So money's being spent on it. I'm not sure it was the right decision personally for the park, but it's just something we've got to get used to. But fingers crossed, you know, it's not going to cause too many issues. At first we thought, oh, it's taken a while, but you know what? As the day's gone on, people are getting used to it more. I think that's the thing, that the public get used to it more.
Yeah, the public get used to doing it more.
Yeah, we do. You know, like at the start of the day, people don't know too much what they need.
No.
By, you know, lunchtime, people know what they need to do.
Rides, so realise they need it.
Yeah, so I don't think it's you know, a complete disaster, but it certainly, hopefully, needs a little bit of work moving forward. But there we go. Thanks for joining us. Like I said, if you haven't already seen it, yesterday's vlog from Paulton's Park, the opening of what is the best themed area in the UK, in our opinion, Tornado Springs. Check it out. And tomorrow we're at Alton Towers, aren't we?
We are.
We've got, of course, go and check out the Retro Squad there, the new Funfair ride editions, all the other changes for this year, and so much more. So thanks for joining me and Charlotte here from a lovely sunny day in Blackpool. We'll be back again in a few weeks' time with more footage, and that leaves us with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you all at Alton Towers.